just stopped off at a rest stop. It's called Pioneer Rest Stop. It's part of a park area called Booloumba. Got some toilets. We'll let our tyres down here and then head into Kenilworth. Have a bit of look around Kenilworth, and we're staying at Booloumba National. No, it's not. It's Booloumba Creek Campground in the Conondale National Park. Pioneer Park is just a few kilometres short of Kenilworth on the from the highway or Sunshine Coast side. Kenilworth's designer dunny. Okay, it's basically a takeoff of a Aboriginal fishing basket. The idea of an artwork toilet came from the community in response to an offer made by the Sunshine Coast Council to install public art in Isaac Moore Park. The Kenilworth Designer Dunny. I can tell you one thing, it's super clean. And I've got to say, so far as dunnies go, I haven't seen much better. Well done, Michael. Only about a kilometre out of Kenilworth was the all-important Dunny, and we're moving into Kenilworth now. Very, very good set of shops at Kenilworth. Lovely bakery. There's a lovely donut shop. We find ourselves a park around the back. It caters for all sorts of parking because there's so many tourists pass through Kenilworth. So if you do have a bigger van, you will be able to find a park over near the showgrounds. Lovely green park for the kids to have a play, and my wife to have a little swing. And off to lunch at Papa's Cafe, which is the cafe at the cheese factory. Scored a few kilos of cheese. Kenilworth Showgrounds. Busy.
Yes.
At least 2/3 full.
There must be somewhere to swim close by because there's a lot of people in their tongs walking around town.
It's time to head off to the dirt tracks that take us into Booloumba. As you can see, there's 4 areas, 3 camping areas and 1 day area at Booloumba. Booloumba is located in the Conondale National Park. Three water crossings to get to the day area if you're going there, and 2 water crossings to get to the camping areas. The water crossings aren't deep, probably 40 to 60 mil. 40 to 60 centimetres. Very gravelly, stony bottom, no mud, so nice and easy providing you've got a high clearance vehicle. The butterflies were absolutely everywhere today. I thought I'd turn the steering wheel into each of the campgrounds just to give you a bit of a look around if you're thinking of coming up here and camping. This is the second water crossing just before campground 1. See all the butterflies there again. It's unavoidable, you can't not run over the butterflies, they're completely covering the road. And we're just heading into campground 1. We didn't stay at campground 1, we just stopped off here to have a look. See lots of sites there, and you do have access to Booloumba Creek. Campground 1 is a campground where you park your vehicle and set your tent up, so It's not a trailer or caravan campground. It is just for car camping or car and tent camping. So you can't tow into this one. There's plenty of space at each campsite. There's lots of cover with the trees. Probably not as much cover at this one as there is at the next campground 3, but the coverage is pretty good. You will find a spot to put your solar panels. That was Booloumba Campground 1. The dirt roads are really good condition. There's apart from needing a high clearance vehicle for the water crossings, the actual roads are very well kept. We're just moving into the day area, or area 2. This one here has the 3rd water crossing to get to it, and it's much like the others. It's about probably 50 centimetres roughly deep. We're here on a Saturday, so quite busy. This is where all your walks leave from. Took us a while, but we eventually find a park. There are your different walks. All relatively easy walks, just the distances differ. And there's a map there at the information centre of where the walks are and where they go. So we're now moving into Camp Area 3. A much more dense coverage in Camp Area 3. It has definitely got the best access to water though. If you can camp if you're camping in a tent and you have to pick one or the other, I'd be picking Camp Area 3. It definitely has better access to water, and that's the water access there right at the campgrounds. So we move from Camp Area 3, and as you exit that, you cross the road and you're into Camping Area 4. That's where we stayed for the weekend. One of the absolute bonuses with our style of camping with the Canopy camper on the back is how easy it is to set up. It only takes a couple of minutes and you're sitting down having a cup of tea. I thought I'd take a bit of footage of the actual camp area for you just to show you the size. Bear in mind it is a weekend. It's a Saturday, so the camp area is probably best part of 80% full. You've got great cover here from bad weather as well. Plenty of trees around, and you're sort of in a valley. As we send the drone up here, you'll see that we're completely surrounded by decent size hills / mountains, I guess. Brings us to the end of day 1. We put our feet up and work out what we're going to do tomorrow. So Booloumba Falls on our second day, so we thought we'd go out to Booloumba Falls. It's about I think it's a 15k drive, and from the campsite, it feels like you go directly up a mountain. It just doesn't seem to stop the incline. Definitely dry weather only. It'd be very slippery after a spot of rain, I'd say. Never been to Booloumba Falls, so first time. I've been told it's beautiful. It's well worth the trip. So a couple of K into the track that we're on, going out to the falls, there's a little lookout. Well worth a stopover. It's a very nice little lookout. And there was a group there actually having a bit of a picnic. Quite a good idea. They were very organised. We took a couple of happy snaps and back on the track.
I think that's the creek down there. There's a creek down there.
Oh. It's a lovely view from up here. You can just see right through the valley. Booloumba Creek runs at the bottom of it. We spend a little bit of time there and take a few happy snaps, and we off to the destination of Booloumba Falls. The roads here are really, really well kept. They really are. I was really surprised. It's a very easy drive. Just coming up to the car park now at Booloumba Falls. As we turn into the car park here, you can see there's absolutely chockers. There's not a spare car park in the place. Thought I'd have a little drive around it just so you can see what the car park looks like. That's our spot there. Park just off to the side of the road. Well, we're on the track to Booloumba Falls, 1.5k in and out, so 3k round trip. Oh, don't go this far on my holidays. Oh, we'll see how we go. Apparently, got to allow 2 hours for us, probably more like 3 or 4 hours. Well, after a k and a half downhill walk, we get to the falls, and it truly was spectacular. But crowds, there were people everywhere. And they had a beautiful swim, played under the waterfall. Oh, it was the falls. Goodness, that was busy. There were way more people than I expected. There's so many walking tracks here, and I just figured they'd all be shared, but apparently not. Everyone goes to the falls, and that's about it. Beautiful morning. This is day 3. The cockatoos are flying around. Do you think I can get some B-roll of those cockatoos? They will not stay still longer than a second. Camp area. I wasn't going to put the awning out last night because we were only here for the one night, this part of the camp, and it started to rain, and my computer and rain just don't go well, so the awning went out. Beautiful shower last night in the kick-ass shower, and all fresh for the day today. Today is a fairly big day, even though we are going home. The plan is to go and have a look at Charlie Morgan campground and the 2 private campgrounds that are in Kenilworth, and then drive back through the back roads through Mullaney, where the missus will spend the rest of the budget. Time for some baked beans, some toast, and a cuppa, and get on with the day. As you can see, the wolf pack comes in handy for all sorts of things. The 4 of them we've got there, you can see one's over by the steps. Here's a table for the kitchen, but nothing on at the moment. One down beside Annette's chair, and she's got using it as a little bench or a table for a coffee and a water, and they do come in handy. I'm going to give you one last look before we leave at Campground 4. This is Monday midday. You can see it's completely empty now, bar there's one van right down the back in the right hand corner. You can't even see, I don't think, on on this vid. That brings us to the end of another video. Thank you very much for watching. Conondale National Park, Booloumba Camp Area 4, and a trip out to Booloumba Falls. If you got something out of the video, give me a great big thumbs up, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.